जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jam Vishnupad Brahmans Privraj Gacharya Stau Turshadish Divine Grace अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 18, text number 61. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani यंत्रारूढ़ानि मायया ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृदयेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यंत्रारूढ़ानि मायया ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृदयेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यंत्रारूढ़ानि मायया. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Please repeat the translation. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Purport. Arjuna was not the supreme knower, and his decision not to fight or not to fight was confined to his limited discretion. Lord Krishna instructed that the individual is not all in all. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, or He Himself, Krishna, the localized Supersoul, sits in the heart, directing the living being. After changing bodies, the living entity forgets his past deeds. But the Supersoul, as the knower of the past, present, and future, remains the witness of all his activities. Therefore, all the activities of living entities are directed by this Supersoul. The living entity gets what he deserves and is carried by the material body, which is created in the material energy under the direction of the Supersoul. As soon as a living entity is placed in a particular type of body, he has to work under the spell of that bodily situation. A person seated in a high speed motor car goes faster than one seated in a slower car, though the living entities, the drivers, may be the same. Similarly, by the order of the Supreme Soul, material nature fashions a particular type of body to a particular type of living entity to work according to his past desires. The living entity is not independent. One should not think himself independent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The individual is always under his control. Therefore, his duty is to surrender, and that is the injunction of the next verse. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nidinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshadarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for today's discussion on Bhagavad Gita. We are reading one of the very important verse. This is the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, almost concluding. Bhagavad Gita is concluding here. So Krishna is revealing so many wonderful facts. So one of such fact is this. Krishna is saying, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam. Ishwar means the Supreme Lord. He is Tishtati. Hridesha Arjuna Tishtati. So Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, is Tishtati. He is sitting. Tishtati means he is sitting. Where is sitting? Sarva Bhutanam. Sarva Bhutanam means all the living entities. So Lord is sitting in all the living entities. Where? Hirdeshe. Hird means the heart, and Desh means the place, the reason. So Krishna is saying, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hirdesha Arjuna Tishtati. O Arjuna, the Supreme Lord is situated, Tishtati, in the Sarva Bhutanam Hirdeshe, and the heart of all the living entities. So this is the revelation in Bhagavad Gita, that Lord is sitting in all our hearts. And then what is doing sitting there? Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani. He is directing. Sarva Bhutani, all the living entities. He is directing those living entities, those who are Brahmayan, those who are wandering in this world. We are just wandering, meaning, what is this word Brahmayan? Brahmayan, Prabhupada use the word wandering. It's like a traveling. Traveling is still, travel is for, it's meaningful. You travel. Wandering is like you are roaming here and there. So that is wandering. So where this living entity, all of us, the soul, is wandering. So it is referring to we are all wandering in different species of life. There are 8.4 million different species. One after another we are taking the different bodies. From this body to that body to that body. Sometimes humans, sometimes animals, sometimes something. 8.4 million. So we are wandering. So this Super Soul, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hirdesha, is sitting and he is actually directing the wanderings of all the living entities. How we are traveling from one body to another body? Who's guiding us? How do you know that which next body you should go? So here it is assumed that we all understand this concept that life doesn't end at the death. It's a transmigration of soul from one body to another body. In the very beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains what is called death. He says, Dehinosmin yadha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata deha antar praptir. So when the soul, the Atma, deha antar, from one body it transmigrates to another body. That phenomenon is called death. So life doesn't end at death. It just transmigrates from one body to another body. But now question is, what is next body? Where should I go? How do you know? Somebody should guide us. Who is that guiding? So that is what Krishna is saying here. That Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani. He is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated on a machine. So we all are living entities, referring to the soul, to the Atma. And Atma is wandering. And Krishna, the super soul, is guiding, directing our wanderings. Okay. And then little more detail is given that this Atma, the soul, that real you are situated in Yantra Rudani Mayaya. There is one yantra is given. Yantra means the machine. So it is Arud. Arud means it's sitting on a machine. We are all sitting on a machine. And that machine which is given by Mayaya. Maya is given as the machine. So what is that machine? And body. So we as a soul, we are sitting on this body, Yantra Rudani Mayaya. This machine which is given by the Maya. And then we keep changing this machine. It's like a car. So I want to travel. So I keep changing the car. So somebody guides me that now which car next? Who is doing that? Ishvara Sarvbhutanam Hirdesha Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarvbhutani Yantra Rudani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. So this is the verse Krishna is revealing. So we understand. So our scriptures also guides us that the Supreme Lord can be realized in three different features. In the Bhagavatam this verse comes. What are the three different features? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Shabdayate. When somebody says, I want to know, then what is that ultimate, the absolute truth? Param Satya. So somebody says, no, that is Bhagavan. Somebody says Paramatma. Somebody says, oh, nothing, it is some light, some energy. So which one to accept, which one to reject? So Bhagavatam guides us. There are three different features to realize that absolute truth. The first feature is Brahman. Brahman is the light, the energy. Right? That is one feature. So some people believe in that concept, that ultimately it is some light only. Bhagavan is not, God is not a person. God is ultimately some energy. So yes, that is correct. That is called Brahman realization of that absolute truth. There are another set of people, they say ultimately Bhagavan is all sitting in our heart as Paramatma. He is not outside. It is all within. So you just meditate, concentrate, and when you perfect your meditation, one day you will see the Lord within your heart, sitting within your heart. That is the ultimate goal. So that is called the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Lord or absolute truth. So Brahman, Paramatma. And then there is another feature which is called the Bhagavan feature. Bhagavan feature means that absolute truth is actually a person whom we call Bhagavan. And all the descriptions are given about him in the scriptures. So it is not some vague concept that Bhagavan is sitting somewhere up in the sky. We don't know. We may not know, but we can still take the information from the revealed scriptures. Then God, who is God? First of all, definition of God, then the name of the God and the address of the God. So like that. So this is the description found in the Bhagavatam. So in that, this Paramatma feature, Paramatma who is sitting in everyone's heart, that has been described in this verse. Ishvara Sarvbhutanam Hirdesha Arjuna Tishtati. That Paramatma feature of that absolute truth is the one who is sitting in everyone's heart. That is called Paramatma. And in the Bhagavatam you will find a lot of description, the Paramatma. What is this Paramatma? How does it look? What is its size? Some details are given in the Bhagavatam. So I said, this size of the Paramatma who is sitting in our heart is some few inches, which can be counted of 8 fingers. Like you put 8 fingers like this big in a human being. That is the size of Paramatma. And what is the form of Paramatma? It is 4-handed form, Narayana form. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, Chaturbhuj form. So that is the expansion of the Supreme Lord in the form of Paramatma. So that has been described here. Also, in the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the 3 doers have been described. 3 doers. Karta. We think that I am the doer. Krishna in the 3rd chapter condemns. He says, Ahankar Bhimudatma Karta Ham iti manyate. One who thinks that I am the doer, I did this because I worked hard and I got the results. Look at that, I am perfect doer. He is Bhimudatma. He is foolish soul. Out of Ahankar, out of false ego is thinking that I am the doer. Now, how do we understand this kind of concepts in the Bhagavad Gita? Shall we say that I am not the doer? You can very objectively say that, I planned something and then I worked hard and I put the resources, time, energy, skills, intelligence, and finally I got the results. So what is wrong in saying that I am the doer? If I say, then that's the correct thing. But Krishna is condemning. Somebody who says that I am the doer, Krishna is saying he is Bhimudatma. He is foolish. Because he doesn't know the complete picture. This is the half reality, that I am the doer. Yes, we can say I am the doer, but we should not say that I am the sole doer. I am one of the doer. The 2 more doers are also there. That most of the people don't know. That is why one should read Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna explains in the 5th chapter there are 3 doers. One is the Supreme Lord. One is the living entity, we, as a soul. And one is the material nature, the Prakriti. So how to understand this is, the living entity is the doer in terms of desirer. That you desire something. That okay, I want to do this. And you desire something and you start working. Right? So that is your doing. So in that sense you can say, I am a desirer doer. I desire, then only I got the results. If I don't desire only, then how I'll get something? So yes, we are doer in that sense. Then there is second doer, which is the Supreme Lord, which is sanctioner. Lord has to sanction. Otherwise I can desire that I want to become the president of this country. And all of us can desire. How many of us can become? Potentially we can become, provided Lord has to sanction. So for some people Lord has sanctioned. This time it's sanctioned for Trump. He became the president. Other person was also desiring. It was not sanctioned for him. Right? So we can understand. So Lord is the sanctioner, we are the desirer. But simply just Lord sanctioned and we desire, then there is another factor comes, which is the Prakriti, the material nature. So as soon as Lord says, okay, done, sanction, then Prakriti start working, the nature start working in your favor. And if it is not sanctioned, then the nature doesn't support, and despite all your efforts, you still doesn't get. So if you are the sole doer, then whatever I desire, I should have got that. So that is the understanding. So this sanctioner has been described in today's verse. Who is that sanctioner? So that sanctioner is the Paramatma, Lord, who is sitting in our heart, constantly reading all our desires. And then he can filter out very carefully. Because he knows everything present, past and future. That also Krishna confirms in Bhagavad Gita. That I know all your history. To the extent that you also don't know your history. We know a little bit history from this life. But Lord knows our history from many, many lifetimes. So then so many other factors comes into the play. And after considering all those factors, Krishna says, okay, sanctioned. So another verse in the 13th chapter, Krishna says, Updrashta Anumantacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. So the Supreme Lord, in the form of Paramatma, the feature is Updrashta Anumantacha. Updrashta means he is the constant overseer, the supervisor. Lord is constantly watching us. Not only your actions outside, even your thinking, what you're thinking inside. Lord keep the track of everything. So that is Updrashta and then Anumanta. Anumanta means Anumati, sanctioner. These are the 2 role play for the Paramatma. He constantly observes, supervises, and then he sanctions. And that is described here, that Hirdesha Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayam Sarabhutani. I am directing all the wanderings of living entities based on Updrashta and Anumanta. He's seeing that what you should. So we can desire, but it is not only this desire alone. First you desire, and also you should deserve. Then only sanction will come. Otherwise, we all desire so many things. But if we don't deserve, then there is no sanction. So what we deserve, Lord understands that very well. Because He is Updrashta and Anumanta. He is sitting and constantly watching, keeping the track. And based on our track record, says, okay, you deserve this. So sanction is there. So that is what Krishna is saying here. So this is called the Paramatma feature of the Lord. That Lord is sitting in all the living entities' heart as Paramatma. He is constantly observing us, sanctioning us, guiding us, directing us. We are never independent. That is what Prabhupada is saying here. The living entity thinks that is independent, but we are not independent. We cannot function in this world without the super soul. If the Paramatma is not there sitting in our heart, then we can't function in this world. Right? So there are two kind of living entities being described in the another Upanishad. Says this, our body is compared to a tree. And on this tree of body, the two birds are sitting. Who are the two birds? Samane vrakshe purusho nimagna. So in this vraksh, the same tree, the two birds are sitting. One bird is constantly eating the fruit from the tree and enjoying the fruit. And there is another bird also sitting. He is not eating, he is just watching this eating bird. That what and all you are eating. And he is watching him, that is Upadrashta. And then he is waiting that if you turn towards me, I'll tell you this is not the right fruit to eat. So that another word is super soul. So in this body, Atma and Paramatma, two words are sitting. So it is not Atma alone. Many times we hear that if soul leaves the body, then body will fall dead. But also we should understand, body is surviving because not only because of soul, but because of super soul. The Paramatma is sitting. When you see something, I am seeing something, first Paramatma sees and then only I can see. If Paramatma is not there, then I cannot see. My bodily limbs will not function. So that is why the Lord is sitting in our heart as Paramatma to enable us to function in this world. And that is what is Lord's kindness. Right? So He is Updrashta Anumanta. And Lord is not sitting only in the living entities like human beings or someone or other animals or someone. But there is a description comes in the scriptures, Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastam. So this Paramatma feature of the Lord, He is not only sitting in some human beings and living entities, but each and every atom, every particle of the creation. So that much expansion Lord does in the form of Paramatma, and then is sitting there. So the idea is to enable to function in this material world. Without super soul we cannot function. So if somebody thinks that I am very smart, I am very intelligent, I am very capable, one is an illusion. That ability, that capability or whatever it is there by Lord's grace. If that grace is not there, we can't do anything. We can't function in this world. Even the basic functions we can't do. So that's the understanding here. So Lord is sitting everywhere and constantly is watching and observing. So basically it conveys another message. Sometimes people try to be very smart. Oh, I can do something. And nobody is watching me. One that young boy, he was driving, he was over speeding actually, the car, and then, after a while, he was thinking, very young boy, a lot of passion. So he was over speeding. Suddenly he saw there's one cops and they stopped the car, pull over. And then the cop came and he says, didn't you see the, that board, the speed limit? He said, that I saw, but I didn't see you. Right? So sometimes we think that we can escape. So yes, possible sometimes we can escape also. Right? We can escape from the system and the people around in this world. But we can never escape from the supervision of the Supreme Lord. Karmana devanetrena jantur deho papadyate. Lord is constantly overseeing us. There's the story of one guru in the Gurukul. So after completion of their education, all the students, the disciples. So there is a tradition that he want to test that what they learned and all that, and then grading will happen later. So he gave them one small task. He says, all the disciples take one coconut. Everybody was given one coconut. Say now, go and find a place and break this coconut in a place where nobody is watching you. So that's an easy job. And everybody was like very excited, and somebody went this side, some mountains, some caves, and behind the bushes, and just in few minutes, most of them they came back. One student, he was very intelligent, so he went around, and then he said, looks like the sky is looking, the mountains are looking, the trees are looking, the water bodies are looking. They're all living entities. That is the understanding of the scriptures. And then ultimately, the Lord is constantly watching me. He went all around, he couldn't find any place, morning to evening, evening came back with a coconut. And everybody, all the students were waiting for him. Where this guy is not coming back. And then finally says, my dear Guru Maharaj, I couldn't find any such place when nobody is watching me. A lot of living entities, they're watching me. And most importantly, the Paramatma is sitting in my heart, is constantly watching me. So there's nothing like that we can be escaped from anything. So it means we'll be held responsible. Better we take the responsibility. Be held responsible for whatever we do in our life. We might think that, we escaped. I'm so smart. People do that in so many different ways. Yes, we can escape, but we cannot escape the government of the Supreme Lord. We'll be asked the questions. We'll be held responsible for that. Right? So this is the understanding here. So also another thing is Brahmayam Sarabhutani. So living entities are wandering in this world, top to bottom. There are 8.4 million species of life, from a small ant or maybe some insignificant invisible microbe to even Brahma. Everybody is guided by the super soul. And Lord is constantly accompanying all of us, sitting in our heart as Paramatma. So that shows another feature of the Lord, which is the Lord's kindness. The Lord is ready to accompany us in any form of life, not only as human beings. If we take the body of an animal like dog or cat or even a pig like hog, Lord is still there with us. So that is His kindness. Why is there with us? There is two reasons. One thing that we discussed already, to enable us to function in this world, and also Lord wants us to guide us, like the bird who is not eating, he is waiting that you turn towards me and I'll guide you what is the right direction. So Lord is sitting in our heart and waiting to give us the guidance that which direction you should go. But we are so busy in eating the fruit, we are not looking at someone who is waiting to guide us. Right? So that is Lord's kindness that is accompanying us in all species of life. And He take the note of our desires, and then He satisfy our desires, of course based on if we deserve those desires, then only He will sanction, and then also guides us that from one body to another body. He accompany and the guide us. Now this body is also, it's not random. What body we take next, it depends on development of our consciousness. What kind of consciousness we develop, and we prepare our consciousness. The whole idea of this human form of life is to prepare our consciousness. Now there's a different gradations of consciousness. There might be some very animalistic consciousness in the human form. The person might be thinking like an animal. Animals are like very selfish. Most of the animals. Some animals you might see some good, they think of others. But animal in general, they're very selfish. They don't care about others. If human beings, they become very selfish. It's an animalistic consciousness. We might be very polished, suit, boot, talking good language, and all of that. But our consciousness is animalistic. So the whole idea is that we upgrade our consciousness, gradually uplift our consciousness through a process. And that process of uplifting the consciousness is Krishna consciousness. And Krishna consciousness is the highest level of consciousness, wherein you become conscious of Krishna. There might be other gradations also, but the topmost is Krishna consciousness. So based on what kind of consciousness we develop, we have to take another birth. As Krishna also says, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram. So Krishna says at the time of death, what is the level of your consciousness, what is the state of your consciousness, that kind of body you will achieve next. That is the science. And then Krishna says, Antakale cha mameva smarana muktva kalevaram. At the time of death, Antakal, mameva smarana. If somebody remembers me, then immediately he achieves me. So that is the preparation in this human form of life. That we live our life in such a way that we train our consciousness to remember Krishna 24/7. Then only there is a possibility that Antakale, at the time of death, we will be able to remember Krishna. It won't come just like that. Sometimes people, give this logic that in time of death only, why now? Why you're asking us to chant Hare Krishna now? Time of death we'll remember. So it's a preparation of consciousness. And then based on that, when we deserve something, then Krishna will also guide us. So this is the role play of this Paramatma, who is Hirdeshe Arjuna Tishtati, who is sitting in our heart, constantly guiding us. Basically, Lord wants us to take us to the highest level of consciousness. He's seeing that you are stuck here in this material world enjoying all this third class sense enjoyment. But I want to guide you to the first class enjoyment, which is the enjoyment in my association, in my personal association. So Lord is waiting that you look towards me, turn around, and then I can guide you how to come back to me. That's the whole idea, that why Paramatma is accompanying us. The whole purpose is that Krishna wants to deliver all of us. He is always trying to deliver. He is doing so many different, in ways and means. Lord personally descends in this world. Why he comes? To attract all the living entities. That why you are stuck here, why you are wandering in this material world, come back to me. And he performs those pastimes. Through those pastimes, Lord wants to attract all the conditioned souls. That we develop some desire. Oh, this is so nice. Krishna consciousness is so nice. I want to be with Krishna. I want to become Krishna's devotee. As soon as this desire comes, Lord becomes very excited. Oh, here is a ready soul. Let me help him. Lord is sitting in our heart. Start guiding us. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yen mam upyantide. Krishna confirms in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 10.10. He says, I start giving you the intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam. I'll give you the buddhi. What kind of buddhi? Krishna has already given us the buddhi. What buddhi it is? Ahar nidra bhamathun. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. That buddhi is already given. That buddhi is given to even the animals. How to eat, how to sleep, how to procreate, how to defend. That buddhi is not something special. Krishna says, I'll give you the buddhi, yen mam upyantite. By that buddhi, you can come back to me. But there is a condition. There is a qualification. When you get that buddhi, so Krishna says, what is that? Teisham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvagam. This is the qualification. When somebody who is satata yuktanam, constantly engaged in bhajatam priti purvagam, with love and devotion, worshipping, remembering Krishna, when we get to that stage, then Krishna says, then I'll give you the buddhi by which you will come back to me. And that is why Lord is accompanying us for many, many lifetimes. Constantly accompanying us, no matter what form of body we are going. Even it is hog and dog and whatever. Lord says, no problem. I'll come along. If I see any slight opportunity to guide you, immediately I'll guide you. But for that I have to be with you. So that is Lord's kindness. So the purpose of the super soul is to guide the lost living entity, that he want to deliver us from this material life. And Lord is not only just attentive when we start praying and remembering him, he is always attentive. That okay, I should not miss that. Maybe one tinge of desire comes, immediately I will guide. So that is why Krishna is sitting in our heart as Paramatma, constantly guiding all of us. So the Paramatma is called a Chaitya Guru. We all need the Guru, the guidance we need. So Lord is sitting in our heart as Chaitya Guru. So he constantly keep guiding from within. But to take that guidance, to hear that voice of Paramatma, Sometimes we are so covered that there is a constant voice of Paramatma is there, but in the noise of this worldly, engagement and absorption, we just miss out that voice. So that is why we have to prepare ourselves, qualify ourselves to hear that voice. Krishna as Paramatma is sitting in our heart to guide us. We should train ourselves that we should learn to hear that voice of Paramatma. So what is the way? How we can learn that to hear that voice? How do we hear that? Has anyone experienced any time that you heard any voice from Paramatma in your life? Someone? Okay, some people have heard. So what did Krishna say to you? Okay, I'll tell you that how we hear. Like sometime when you try to do something and there is some kind of a voice from within, and don't do this. And then you get into some dilemma. Shall I do it or not? Do it or not? And then you supersede that voice. Say, okay, let me do. And later you regret, oh, I should have not done that. Like that. Say the first time a person who goes for, stealing something. There's constant one voice is there, no, don't do this stealing. This is something bad. But then he supersedes that voice and he does that. So Krishna is constantly sitting in our heart and constantly guiding us. So many ways. But we just kind of ignore that voice. Right? And then we become so covered that now we don't even hear that voice. Lord is still guiding. We're not hearing that voice. Chaitya Guru. So now how to train ourselves now again? Now we are understanding this concept and we say now I want to hear that voice. How to hear that voice? So the Chaitya Guru who is sitting in our heart, he manifests outside in the form of a bona fide Guru. A Guru comes in our life, like Srila Prabhupada. And then they lay down some instructions, some guidance, some principles. So in order to enable ourselves to hear the voice of Paramatma, we should train ourselves to hear the voice of a bona fide Guru, like Srila Prabhupada, the pure devotee. And when we start hearing their voice, their instructions, their guidance, and start reading the teachings and start practicing all of that, it means you are in line with the voice of Krishna. And that is the whole purpose that Paramatma is sitting in our heart. Right? And then Gajendra in his prayers, one of the prayer in the Gajendra Moksha, he glorifies the Supreme Lord. He says, Madrak Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namo Lalaya Samsena Sarvatanu Brahmamasi Pratipa Pratyak Drashe Bhagavate Mrataye Namaste. So he's saying, because Gajendra was an elephant, right? So he's saying, since an animal such as me has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even the Gajendra, take the note of this. And Lord, you are sitting in everyone's heart so that you can deliver all of us. Now I am surrendering to you, you will definitely deliver. So the purpose of the Paramatma is to deliver all of us from this clutches of this material existence. We are suffering here in illusion, thinking that I am independent, I can do whatever I want to do, I can enjoy in whatever way I want to enjoy. I don't care about what the scripture says, what Krishna says. I am boss. So we are in complete delusion. So Krishna comes in the form of Paramatma. Say, no, this is not the way to live life. You have to regret. You will suffer. And Lord, as being the kind Father, He can't see all of us suffering. So He's constantly there to guide us. So we should learn, we should train ourselves to take the guidance from Paramatma sitting in our heart by training ourselves under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. So Chaitya Guru manifests in the form of a bona fide Guru, and then we start taking the guidance, then we gradually train ourselves. Okay, so that is the verse that Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, the Lord is sitting, Hridayesha Arjuna Dishtati, in the heart region, not in the heart. One time I went for a program, and these are all youngsters, the students. So then when I was sharing this, so then one intelligent student he asked, he says, if Lord is sitting in the heart, then what happens to the people, those who goes through some heart surgery? So that time where the Lord goes, because he's sitting in the heart, and they cut open, and then heart transplantation or something like that. So then Lord becomes like homeless or what? How do we answer this? Anybody has the answer here? It's a valid question, right? Intelligent question. Where will the Lord will go? Heart is taken out, transplanting. In the meantime, Lord is wondering, where should I sit now? No seat for me. Right, so it's very simple. It is not exactly that he's sitting on the heart. It is called heart region. So heart region is Hirdesha. So, and then heart is also, we can take it like a seat. So it's not like that somebody is cutting and then transplanting the heart. So that person's question, now I remember exactly, his question was, if somebody's heart is transplanted from one to another, then his Paramatma is transplanted here to there. That was his question actually, intelligent question. So the point is, how do we understand is, Lord is sitting, it's like heart is like a seat, like a chair. So if when transplantation happens, you request the Lord please get up, I'll get you another chair. So he'll just wait for you for a few moments and then. So that is how it is. So Lord, first of all, one answer is, we try to understand this concept with our mundane logics. A Lord is transcendental, right? So he's not limited to the way we think. Oh, if I'm sitting here and somebody takes away my seat, then for me there's no seat. Lord is transcendental. That is one answer the devotee can understand. And another answer is little logic, that heart is like a chair. So Lord, get up and you give another chair like that. So these things are all possible for the Lord, Supreme Lord. Okay, so let me pause here and see if anybody has any quick question or any comment on what we discussed, or anybody has any other thought on this verse. Okay, so it's a good question. I'll repeat the question, those who are hearing us online. So we said that we have to train ourselves into that consciousness where we become enabled to hear the voice of the Lord. For that, the solution we are suggesting is we train ourselves under the guidance of a bona fide guru. So how do we find that bona fide guru? Shall we go out and start searching for where is that bona fide guru? Yes, you can search that. That is also one way. But before searching of something or someone, you should have the idea about that, what you are searching. Like you want to buy a gold and you go in a market. It says, I'm looking for gold, and somebody told me gold is yellow and very shiny. Person will get here is a bakra. Right? You don't know what is gold. You have like very superficial understanding of gold. Something shiny and yellow. It can be some other metal also. And they'll sell you that something. So first we should educate ourselves that who is a bona fide guru. What are the symptoms of bona fide guru? So all the descriptions, all that knowledge is given in the Bhagavad Gita. So when we start reading Bhagavad Gita, we gradually start a little, trained and educated. Okay, guru means this. People have very superficial ideas of who should be a real guru. Guru means, some person, some great personality, some long hair, some big beard, or he walks slow, looks beautiful, something, speaks wonderful, quotes some Sanskrit verses. These are all externals. Anybody can do that. Not necessarily that is the criteria of guru. So guru's definition is given that what is that? Strotriyam Brahmanistam. So guru is, first of all, he should be Strotriyam. Means who becomes guru first of all? Guru is the one who has his guru in the bona fide parampara. One cannot be self-proclaimed guru. That today I think, oh, now looks like, I'm qualified to become guru. So today on this mic I announce that from today I am the guru. I'm ready to accept the disciple. There is one famous guru, I don't want to mention the name. So his unique feature of that guru was that this guru is the only guru in the world who doesn't have any guru. Now, as per the scriptures, means self-proclaimed guru. As per the standard scriptures, that is the biggest disqualification to become guru. You cannot become guru just like that. So just like it's a big subject, but I'm giving you some triggers to understand that one can become only guru on the order of his predecessor acharya. His guru should order him that now you become the guru. Then only one can become guru. This is one of the qualifications. So this is called Strotriyam, Guru Sishya Parampara. In that parampara, his guru should order, now you become the next guru. And like that, there's many different qualifications. So all these externals, oh, he is a mesmerizing speaker. When he speaks and millions of people listen, that is not the criteria. So like that, we should get educated, who is a bona fide guru. And then also we should pray to the Lord. And when we are sincere in our prayers, and from today's verse is the answer, Lord is sitting in our heart, in your heart also. Lord will guide your path to such a bona fide guru. Okay. So now let us chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra as we are hearing that Krishna gives us the intelligence, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, the right intelligence to get close to him. So, but criteria is Satata Yuktana Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. With love and devotion, we should remember and chant Krishna's name. So now let us chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra, all of us together. Anybody is coming first time here in the temple today? Okay. So we have a very special gift. People are sometimes scared when we ask first time what will happen. So they raise hand, little laugh, like raising also, not raising also. So it is just to welcome you and give you a special gift. So those who are coming first time, please raise your full hand. Now they can confidently do that. Okay, so welcome all the devotees, those who are visiting us first time here. So please do not forget to collect your special gift from the back counter. There is some volunteers are there. So before you leave, please collect your one very special spiritual gift. And also you can sign up for more updates from the temple. We have a lot of festivals and a lot of programs on Gita. So you can check out the details. Okay. So now let us chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we'll chant Hare Krishna mantra together. Those who are coming first time, you may not be familiar. So on every beat, we'll be chanting this Maha Mantra, which is very simple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Full mantra should be chanted on one beat, then move to the next and to the next. Like that in next, whatever few minutes, 7-8 minutes, we'll be chanting this mantra 108 times. So this is mantra meditation. So you chant and attentively try to hear this Maha Mantra. We'll all chant together in sync. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna